Today I'm going to be speaking about what is natural grounding. Stay tuned.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. I'm explaining here in this video about what is natural grounding. Now, if you're familiar with natural grounding, you're also familiar with its founder, Rion Kati, who's discovered this. Rion was also on my podcast, so definitely check that out. I want to give him as much support as I can because he's really starting to change my life with this natural grounding thing, man. I hadn't really understood it much earlier, but now I'm starting to really get it as I do it more and more. And so, essentially what natural grounding is a Shakti meditation. Okay, what is Shakti? Shakti is feminine life force energy. Okay, it's creative energy, it's sexual energy. It is that feminine life force that is within every woman, and also in men as well, right? What this meditation requires you to do is simply be in a very grounded state in your masculine polarity as you're observing this feminine polarity do its thing or take place. There's some caveats to this. One, you got to have some pre-approved videos and videos that generally are more in the East and not Western influenced, in the sense of, you know, lots of heaps of conditioning and sexploitation and, you know, filled with rampant ego and, like, you know, these kind of fake pornographic women. Natural grounding can be found in the realms of K-pop and things like this, right? Where you find these women have natural Shakti energy without conditioning, without Western influence, without any kind of, you know, programming or conditioning. That female energy quality is lacking, but when you see it, you know it, you understand it. There is an egolessness associated with that feminine energy. Now, for females watching this video, I think Rion mentioned this briefly, but you can try this by looking at, you know, videos of unconditioned alpha men, in a sense, okay? This would be the kind of alternative. However, there isn't really a female version of this, though. Hey, we might as well create one, right? Because this is a very powerful, like, if you can be in your feminine polarity, watching masculine polarity hold space, basically. So you are holding space as you are watching these videos, these music videos, and you might create your own playlists. You might experiment with how you ground. What I like to preferably do is have it shape and change. I'm almost like imagining through the visualization that I'm installing from as I'm watching a certain video. The thing about this is you can also do a yang grounding version where you're looking at certain men or men who really demonstrate that yang quality. This is why guys like watching movies of, like, you know, Spartans and, like, you know, heroes, superheroes, things like this. You can do the equivalent where you're, you know, you're absorbing that masculine energy. However, this is primarily for understanding that feminine energy. Basically, let her be the female in the video, dancing, shaking, going wild, smiling, giddy, you know, laughing. Her with that sparkle in her eyes where she just looks at the right corner of the lens of the camera in the perfect moments of slow motion, all this kind of stuff, right? Allow it to affect your emotions. Allow it to affect you as a man. And amidst all of that, it's a meditation, remember. So you're not just watching videos, wasting time, right? You're setting a purpose with watching videos. There's a natural grounding playlist also on YouTube. You can check out some of those. I'd also advise you look at certain videos where you can spot that Shakti energy and you'd be like, okay, yes, this is it, right? What are the natural codes that are showing themselves? So again, you can ask Rion, you can reach out to him personally about advice on how to do this. Primarily, you want to get into a state of egolessness, turn your ego down, If you're like, oh, this is too girly, no, you're doing it wrong, right? You're not in your masculine polarity in that sense. You're not letting her be the woman, you being the man, holding this space and watching. So this is a meditation, this is a practice. It's going to make you more magnetic towards women. The whole purpose of this is it's going to make you a lot more receptive and understanding of the feminine essence, of feminine energy. Feminine energy has a very replenishing quality to it. That's why it's so nice to be around it. It has a kind of, like, it allows you to rest in you being a man when you see that feminine energy, right? It allows you to be like, oh man, I can be my natural self. That's what they call natural grounding, right? It's like, I needed that, right? Of course, there's also tantric levels of grounding. However, let's not even go there in this video. What I like to do is I'm watching the video. I like to project it or, watch it on TV, sometimes on a laptop as well, or on the phone. I'll play the video from start to finish, or if it's a playlist, I'll play many videos with little pauses in between, like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, just to let the energy, kind of the afterglow take over. I like to feel into my body, breathe deep from my belly, hold the space, wiggle my toes, let my body react in its conditioned response, then slowly shed any conditioning, any judgment, any thoughts. Remember, this is a Shakti meditation, okay? So you're not just watching like, oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, hey. You're not like, no, that's not natural grounding. Natural grounding is you're just allowing yourself to be impacted by that feminine energy, and you're holding space and you're allowing yourself to almost imagine that you're installing this, right? Now you want to do this from a place of polarity. Okay, warning sign. Otherwise you're going to watch these videos, you're going to become feminine sometimes, right? In a sense, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to do the wrong thing. So it's important for you to understand that you're doing this from a place where you are the space holder, you are that Shiva energy, that container of space where you're just able to hold that presence, hold that ability to have that Shakti affect you, have it melt away any resistance, install it almost like you're installing it into your subconscious mind, have it allow you to be transformed. Give yourself permission for that change that is taking place. It depends on right before a party, you can do this, right before interacting socially, you can do this. You can also just make it a daily habit for you to natural ground. And sometimes I'll do it out of the blue. Sometimes I'll do it unconsciously, like I'll even notice where is that Shakti in a woman that I'm, currently seeing or, friends with or whatever, right? I'm noticing their Shakti energy. After you do this for a while, it's very easy to see what is really pure feminine Shakti and what is conditioned or layered on top of her as a coping mechanism, as a armoring of her, surviving in a very male-dominated world and things like this, right? And so you will start to see the patterns and illusions emerge after a while of really understanding this practice. So that'd be my advice to you, man. I gotta get going because I have clients all day today. I'm a busy man, okay? But I hope this video helped you out today. Shoot me a message if you want any advice on how to do this. I think I've found a way that is, really perfected this. And I'd like other men to try this out. Definitely try this out if you're a man. And let me know your experiences. Having said that, have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Hit that subscribe button, okay? Boom.